Mokgotsi was due to be recalled today. In the meantime, we've been informed by his legal team that they are going to apply for my recusal as the evidence leader dealing with his matter. We haven't seen an application yet. We've seen an affidavit which we're told is going to form the basis of the application. We will have to consider our position once we have seen a proper application. I have my own views, but I obviously will need to discuss the matter with the full evidence leader team, and to do so once we've seen this application that hasn't yet been furnished. And what we would want from the Commission is to put Mr. Mokgotsi's team on terms to file an application. It ought really to have been filed before today because he was due to appear today. And the issues to which it relates are issues which apparently have been around for a long time. Then we will have to consider our position, and to respond, if there is a response necessary, I may need to seek permission to depose to an affidavit. That will take some time, and I would ask that we set a timetable for resolving this matter within reasonable time limits, and certainly not to delay the return of Mr. Mokgotsi unnecessarily.
And about that timeline, would that be set today still, or will there be engagements between the two sides after today?
I would like it to be set today if it is possible, because I don't want, I want Mr. Mokgotsi to leave today knowing when he has to come back.
All right, thank you.
Bron Mokgotsi has once again found himself at the center of social media chatter, with unverified reports claiming that the Northwest businessman and alleged political fixer had been arrested. The speculation gained traction after several online accounts suggested that Mokgotsi had been taken into custody. However, no official confirmation or credible details about the alleged arrest have been provided, raising doubts about the accuracy of these claims. Mokgotsi is no stranger to controversy. In the past, law enforcement authorities have reportedly sought him in connection with various matters, including a raid on his businesses in the Northwest and an alleged attempt on his life. These incidents have kept his name circulating in both political and public discourse. The latest rumors appear to have originated from claims that a warrant of arrest had been issued. An investigative journalist initially flagged the matter as a developing story, offering limited information at the time. Shortly thereafter, other social media users escalated the narrative, asserting that Mokgotsi had already been arrested, despite failing to provide evidence or further context. The lack of verified information has led to mixed reactions among South Africans online. While some believe there may be truth to the reports, others have dismissed them as misinformation, highlighting the dangers of relying on unconfirmed social media claims. As it stands, there is no official statement confirming Mokgotsi's arrest, leaving the situation unclear and reinforcing the need for caution in reporting and consuming breaking news. Meanwhile, Bron Mokgotsi is preparing to challenge the role of Advocate Matthew Chaskalson as Chief Evidence Leader at the Matlanga Commission of Inquiry, in a move that could delay proceedings when he is expected to return to the Commission on May 15. Mokgotsi, who made a brief appearance before the inquiry earlier this week, has instructed his legal team to file a substantive application seeking Chaskalson's recusal from leading his testimony. His lawyer, Magwala Sakhaja, confirmed that the application will be submitted by midday on May, On April 29, 2026, in compliance with directions issued by Commission Chairperson Boysen Matlanga, the anticipated legal challenge sets the stage for a procedural battle that may shape how Mogotzi's evidence is handled going forward. While the full application has yet to be filed, Chaskalson revealed that he has already seen a draft affidavit expected to underpin the recusal bid. And said, we haven't seen the formal application yet, but we have been provided with an affidavit that will likely form its basis. We will consider our position once the application is properly before us. He indicated that any response from his side will be carefully weighed in consultation with the Commission's evidence team. Should it become necessary, Chaskalson noted that he may seek permission from the relevant Bar Council to submit an affidavit responding to the allegations, a process that could take additional time. A provisional timeline has already been outlined. Chaskalson suggested he may be in a position to respond by 6 May, after which Mogotzi's legal team is expected to file replying papers by May 11. Following further consultations with their client, the dispute introduces fresh uncertainty into proceedings that have already been marked by delays and controversy. In March, the Commission warned it could pursue legal action against Mogotzi for contempt after he failed to appear for a scheduled hearing. At the time, the inquiry demanded a medical certificate to justify his absence, warning that failure to comply could trigger formal consequences. Mogotzi later furnished the required documentation after consulting a doctor, temporarily diffusing tensions with the Commission. However, the latest legal maneuver suggests a more confrontational approach as he prepares to re-engage with the inquiry. Central to the Commission's interest in Mogotzi are several unresolved issues that investigators have indicated were not fully ventilated either before the Commission or in parliamentary processes. Chaskalson previously emphasized that Mogotzi remains a key witness whose testimony could shed light on matters of significant public importance. Mogotzi first drew widespread attention during his appearance before the Commission in November last year, where he described himself as a contact agent working with crime intelligence structures. During that testimony, he made explosive claims alleging that KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner General Dlamkwanazi and AmaZulu King Mrs. Zwelithini were agents of the United States Central Intelligence Agency. Those allegations sparked immediate controversy and were widely disputed. Mogotzi has since walked back the claims, formally retracting them during a recent appearance before an ad hoc committee. Despite the retraction, questions remain about Mogotzi's credibility and the sources of his information. He has consistently defended his access to sensitive intelligence, rejecting suggestions that it stems from improper relationships with senior police officials or government figures. In earlier testimony, Mogotzi also addressed claims linking him to high-level political developments, including a controversial letter allegedly written on December 31 by suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, which proposed disbanding the political killings task team. Mogotzi maintained that he became aware of the letter through social media rather than through any direct connection to Mchunu or his office. Whether the application succeeds or not, it underscores the high stakes surrounding Mogotzi's testimony and the broader effort by the Matlanga Commission to untangle allegations of political interference, intelligence operation, and organized crime within South Africa's security landscape. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.